Englishmen. We want to know who owns the land. America is governed by Americans. We want to know who owns the land. Africa must be ruled by Africans. We want to know who owns the land. I want to know who owns the land. We want to know who owns the land.
Pan-Africanism or Pan-Africanist member.
Good evening. Yes.
We have a young Pan-Africanist. It's name. Your name, sir?
My name is Joseph Brown. My father is also called Joseph Brown, so I'm Joseph Brown Jr. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Brown. It is a privilege to have you here. At your age, you are a Pan-Africanist.
Yes, I am.
So tell us, what do you think is Pan-Africanism and why you took on this challenge?
Pan-Africanism it's when we stop asking for permission to make buildings, discover more land for our own property, and that we need to join together as one to stop the people from the West, United States, from Europe, from Asia, and from all parts of the earth to stop and just let us be. But the thing is, those people from the West, they just what they really think of Africans as the poor, as the defenseless. We can't take care of ourselves, and they usually make documentaries about that. But they're writing our story. We need to write our own story. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. Do you think that Pan-Africanism should form a part of the educational curriculum as we rewrite our history in all of the academic institutions in Africa, beginning from the early learning stage to university college?
Yes, actually, I think it should be taught in schools because it will actually, this will go down in African history. So we need to teach these children. We need more help. We need more help to make Africa one. So, because there are people from different countries coming to schools in another country, we can actually convince them to making Africa one and bringing us together. Yeah.
So what do you think if Africa is to be united? Because the AAU, the purpose of the AAU is to unite Africa to have one government, a federal government, I would like to say, with a state government. That meaning that like any other good institution or government like Europe, they have the EU, the United States of America. We know they have 52 states and they are coexisting and moving perfectly. What is the intake if Africa is to be the federal United States of Africa, having one government, one federal government and state governments?
Yes, actually, Africa should have one government, one visa, one currency, and one phone, and we should have a free visa for all citizens in Africa, one passport for all citizens of Africa, one government for all of Africa. Yes, we should have one currency for Africa, one telephone code for Africa, one commercial market for Africa, one military for Africa.
Wow, you've heard it from a very young Pan-Africanist. I think by September 13, you'll be turning 12 years.
Yes, I will.
So what motivated you? What made you think, because they have been killing people who want to unite Africa. Let's look at Kwame Nkrumah. In fact, the latest is Muammar Gaddafi. Because Gaddafi felt so much tired with what these people have stolen from us. Because if you look at reality, United States of America, Europe, they don't have any mineral resources equal to Africa.
Yes.
And so they organized the Berlin Conference to do a petition. And that Berlin Conference, well, we should not fight each other, because if we fight each other, the African will defeat us, but if we protect each other, we will defeat them.
Yes.
They instill fear in us also psychologically. And imagine you as a family, the white man came during those days. They took your father, put him tied to two different horses to ride, and they spent the horses and they tore him into pieces. That is a mental torture that they instill that fear in Africans. Okay, now Africans were killed. In fact, if they saw you not working, you want to protect your brother, they took iron, they put into the fire, they burned you. They put Africans into water, boiled water, they killed them. And they have killed a lot of African leaders, we know. Let me name a few. Look at from Congo, look at from Ghana. We got people there, Marcus Garvey, a lot of Pan-Africanists that were killed in the past. Martin Luther King Jr. So aren't you afraid that the West and our allies going to target you because you're talking about Pan-Africanism at your young age?
No, I am not afraid at all. Because I know that as an African, there is nothing to be afraid of. Because where do they get their resources from? Our own land. Our own land, where they get their resources for, to make the bombs, the nuclear weapons, everything they have. So, why should we be scared of our own creations? Because that's basically ours. It belongs to us. They are making it theirs. In fact, it should be Africa. Yes, actually, I am not afraid. They can come at me if they want, but I will stand here in Africa and I will not be afraid.
Wow. So what is your message to the Africans who are in the diaspora? Because there are many Africans who are in Europe, America, and these are scientists, they are doctors, they are engineers, they are bankers. I mean, you name it. Because as we are aware from history, the cradle of civilization started in Africa. But they changed everything. They are writing it. They discovered Africa. Wow, that's strange. So what is your message to the Africans who are in America, call themselves African American, they are in Europe? Do you think it is time for them to come back to Africa and contribute to Africa?
Actually, yes. Africa is where they came from. I think they will help us. They will help us become stronger, better, so that we can have enough money. We can have, in fact, we can have enough enough military forces for those who are there are actually people who are in the military. A lot, more than half of people in America, Africans.
Oh, great. So what is your advice to the youth, the citizens of Africa? We have Ibrahim Traoré, Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso, and the other colleagues from Mali and Niger, we call them the Sahel, they brave the storm. They say, hey, France, get out of our land. We don't need you. You have stolen from us. You want to wait a little boy that Macron to decide to the people, great people of Mali, the great people of Burkina Faso, the great people of Niger, and all of the colonies of Africa. This is a wake-up call. What do you think? What is your message to the people of Africa, the governments of Africa, the citizens of Africa? Should we welcome, same with the Sahel, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the president of Niger and Mali, to liberate Africa from the colonial projects?
Yes. My message to those Africans that are in Africa, I'm telling you, do not be afraid of these white people. They will do no harm to you. Trust me. Trust me. They might look scary, but they're harmless. And what my message to you guys is, always fight for what is right. Yeah.
Okay, guys, before that, from Mr. Joseph Moses Brown, he's from the Pan-African Empowerment Crusade slash the Pan-Africanist Promotion Team. This is the time that we as Africans, we have to stand up for our right. Bob Marley sang those songs. Tony opposing Senate, who owns proper land, Africa belongs to us. A lot of musicians, Lucky Dube, and all. So this is the time, I think this is the time, and the time is now. Congratulations to Captain Ibrahim Traoré and the Sahel, the president of Mali, Niger. And this is a wake-up call to all citizens of Africa. This is the time we have to do it now. Forward ever, backward never. If you ever did history, story of nations, you know who did that, who said that. It was the great Socrates. So thank you, Mr. Brown, and we hope to interview you another time.
Okay.
Have a pleasant day. Good luck.
This is our line follower robot, and we built this robot with not with Lego over there, but with real motherboards, real motors, and all of that. So basically, this bot can follow a line, but it's going to be difficult because we're in line follower enhanced. So there are going to be obstacles blocking, and the robot will sense the obstacles, move away from the obstacle, and go back to the line.
Can you demonstrate that for me?
Okay, there's a line right here. So good.
All right. So it only follows the line.
It only follows the line.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what do you intend to do in the future?
I intend for the robotics. We can have, like in the future, we can have these robots that we can work. Like for example, doctors, they have these robots where they can work from home, but the robots do the surgery on the patient from like another country, all the way in another country.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hope and see what it looks like. Thank you.
Well done. I'm so proud of you, Jay.
My name is Joseph Brown, but otherwise known as JD, and I am part of the robotics team. So what we do at robotics is we make these smart robots to compete in different competitions. In a competition in China, and you have different categories like Robo and Line Follower. The one that we're doing now is Line Follower, where we use these robots, the H-bots, to follow a black line on a white surface. But there are gonna be obstacles blocking the way, and if you hit the obstacles, you get disqualified. So we're finding a way to avoid the obstacles and find the line in the quickest time possible. Yeah. And how this can help in medicine? It can help with doctors. The doctors can operate on patients from another country with the robots, because doctors, they sit in one country while they operate on another patient in another country with robotics. And yeah, it can help us harvest it can help us get medicine, and it can help with our struggles. Yeah.
Well done. Shall we all appreciate JD? Well done. Thank you so much, JD. I'm very confident that these boys and girls are going to represent us very well in China. And that's exactly what the challenge is.